312 days. That is how long Duke sat in Kennel 7 at Riverside Animal Shelter. 11 families came to see him. 11 families walked away. Too big, too heavy, too much dog for one person. Then Megan walked in on a Tuesday afternoon, still wearing her work scrubs, still carrying the weight of a 12-hour shift, and a life that had gotten very quiet very fast. She was not looking for a dog. She was looking for something she could not name yet. She found 190 pounds of it sitting in the corner of Kennel 7, facing the wall. Megan Harper was 31 years old, and she had a house that echoed. She had left a 3-year relationship 9 months earlier, packed her own boxes, signed her own lease, and told everyone she was fine. She said it so many times, it stopped feeling true. She had a good job as a physical therapist, a house in Asheville, North Carolina with a backyard she never used, 2 plants she kept forgetting to water, and a kitchen table with 4 chairs that nobody sat in. Most nights, she ate dinner standing over the sink. She told herself it was easier that way. On that Tuesday in October, her coworker Jess mentioned the shelter. Not to push her, just casually, the way people mention things that end up changing everything. "There is a dog there," she said. "Nobody wants him. He is enormous." Megan said she was just going to look. Duke was a 190-pound Bullmastiff, fawn and deep red, with a face so wrinkled it looked like it had been folded and unfolded 100 times. His head was the size of a medicine ball. His paws were wider than Megan's hand. He'd been surrendered by his previous owner, a man who relocated out of state for work and left 5 words on the intake form: "Too much dog for one person." Duke had been at the shelter for 312 days. In that time, 11 families visited. Every single one walked away. The shelter manager, a man named Carl, was honest about it. He eats 9 pounds of food a week. His vet bills are real. He is not aggressive. He has never once shown teeth to anyone. But he is a lot of dog, and most people take one look at that head and decide their house is not big enough. Megan looked at Duke. Duke looked at Megan. Then he stood up slowly, walked to the front of the kennel, lowered his enormous wrinkled head, and pressed it against the bars. Not pushing, not barking, just resting there, quietly asking. Megan signed the adoption papers 22 minutes later. The first week was a complete disaster, and she loved every second of it. Duke knocked over her floor lamp within 4 minutes of entering the house. He sat on her couch, and the left cushion dropped 3 inches and never fully recovered. That first night, Megan set up a large breed orthopedic bed in the corner of the living room, the expensive kind with memory foam, because she had already read about Bullmastiff joint health, and she was already that kind of person about him. By midnight, the bed was empty. She found Duke stretched diagonally across her entire queen-size mattress, leaving Megan exactly 11 inches on the right edge. She tried to move him. He opened one eye, exhaled slowly, and closed it again. Conversation over. She slept in 11 inches for the next 5 nights and told no one. By the end of week 2, she had lost the couch, the bed, her favorite armchair, and any reasonable hope of eating a meal without a 190-pound dog resting his chin on the table, watching every single forkful travel from plate to mouth. Duke drooled, not occasionally, constantly, and with tremendous commitment. The puddle beneath his chin at mealtimes was consistently the diameter of a cereal bowl. She started keeping a hand towel by the table, then 2, then she accepted the drool as a permanent feature of the dining experience and moved on. But here's the thing, nobody tells you about Bullmastiffs. Under all that weight and wrinkle and slobber, there is a brain that reads people the way some people read rooms. Duke had been reading Megan since the moment she stopped in front of Kennel 7, and what he read was not someone who was fine. What he read was someone who had been standing at a kitchen sink eating dinner alone for 9 months and calling it a preference. 3 weeks after the adoption, Megan had a bad night. No specific reason. Sometimes bad nights do not come with reasons. She sat on the bathroom floor at 11:47 p.m. with her back against the tub and cried in that specific way where you're not entirely sure what started it and cannot find a way to stop. Duke found her. He did not bark. He did not make a sound. He lowered his 190-pound body onto the bathroom tile, which left essentially no room for anything else, and placed his head on her knee, warm and steady. She sat there with her hand on her wrinkled forehead for 43 minutes. When she finally stood up, the house did not feel like it echoed anymore. I see you're still watching and haven't subscribed yet. That honestly stings a little. Hit subscribe. You are going to want to see what comes next. From that night on, a routine formed. Every morning at exactly 6:17, Duke would walk to Megan's side of the bed and sneeze. One enormous, theatrical, full-body sneeze that shook his ears flat. Non-negotiable alarm clock. He had other systems too. If Megan stayed on a phone call for more than 12 minutes, Duke would bring her a sock. Always a single sock. Never a shoe, never a toy, always a sock. Placed directly on her knee. His message was clear. Wrap it up. I am here and I have needs. On a Thursday night in February, 4 months after the adoption, Megan woke up at 3:04 a.m. to Duke standing over her. Not barking, not growling, just standing. All 190 pounds of him, perfectly still, staring at her with an intensity she had never seen from him before. She sat up. He did not move. She asked him what was wrong, out loud, the way people talk to dogs when they have fully stopped pretending it is strange. He walked to the hallway and stopped, looking back. She followed him. He led her to the kitchen, where the stove had been left on a low setting from dinner, a burner she believed she had turned off. The pan on it was dry and beginning to smoke. The smoke detector had not triggered yet. 2 more minutes, and it would have been something far worse than a bad night. Duke had. The same dog 11 families walked away from. The same 190 pounds one man described in 5 words on an intake form. The same dog who had spent 312 days in Kennel 7 facing the wall, waiting for someone who would stay. He was the reason nothing happened to Megan that Thursday night, the reason she woke up the next morning, made coffee, and for the first time in 9 months, sat down at her kitchen table instead of standing over the sink. Duke's chin was on her knee. She did not ask him to move. Today, Duke is 4 years old. He still takes up 3/4 of the bed and considers this entirely fair. He still delivers a sock during phone calls that run long. He still drools through every meal with extraordinary consistency. The orthopedic memory foam bed Megan bought him in week 1 is now used exclusively by Duke as a daytime couch, which is the correct arrangement in his opinion. There are still 4 chairs at Megan's kitchen table. She still only uses one, but the house does not echo. It has not echoed since October. She was fine. She said it until it stopped meaning anything. And then a 190-pound, sock-delivering, kitchen-patrolling, 3 a.m. standing Bullmastiff showed up and without drama, without asking permission, proved otherwise. When a dog refuses to leave your side, do not call it too much. Maybe he already knows something you haven't figured out yet. Maybe he's not following you. Maybe he's making sure you are never alone again. Some dogs do not need training to protect you. They just need you to open the door and let them stay. Would you have given Duke a chance? Tell me in the comments.